Team Proposition is in pursuit of an impossible goal: electing a perfect president. They're quick to criticize the Obama administration, yet make no effort to acknowledge any of President Obama's success over the years. The proposition is so focused on the little things that they forget to take a step back and see the big picture. Because we believe that presidential perfection is preposterous, we strongly oppose today's motion that this House believes that the Obama administration's foreign policy has done more harm than good. In this speech, I'll be doing a few things. First, I'll discuss two major arguments on the side of the proposition. Next, I'll discuss two main arguments on the side of the opposition. First of all, I'll focus on two major substantive arguments on the side of the proposition. The proposition would have you believe that the rise of the Islamic State, or ISIS, and the turmoil occurring in Syria are examples of Obama's foreign policy failures. However, they've been misled by propaganda spread by the media and opponents of the Obama administration. The rise of ISIS is not something that Obama created. Rather, President Obama's actions in the Middle East, such as ending the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, were meant to end the war on terror. President Obama knew that violence was no longer working, and he took the appropriate steps to stop the situation from getting worse. ISIS was born out of anti-West sentiment, something present in the Middle East long before Obama ever took office. And what the proposition fails to realize is that ISIS would have risen regardless of Obama's actions. Thus, it is completely illogical to state that the instability in the Middle East was caused purely by Obama's foreign policy. No president could have stopped the hate that these terrorists harbor for the United States. And Team Proposition's argument is a classic case of incorrectly identifying the root cause of these issues, choosing instead to point fingers and shift the blame onto someone else. Moreover, they use this same line of logic to justify blaming the Obama administration for the Syrian civil war. It is true that there was a delay in responding to the Syrian crisis. However, that delay was not caused by Obama, it was caused by Congress. Obama wanted to take immediate action to stabilize Syria. However, he had to run his plans by Congress first, which is what actually led to the lack of action. This was something outside of the Obama administration's control, so it is clear that the proposition has once again overlooked the root cause of these international issues. Interestingly enough, the proposition has also failed to recognize any of Obama's successes, which leads me to discussing the two major substantive arguments on side opposition. Down the bench, we have brought up examples of Obama's success, mainly with the Iran nuclear deal and the expansion of America's international ties outside of its common allies. The United States spearheaded negotiations with Iran about controlling its nuclear weapons program, and the Obama administration was able to convince Iran to agree to the terms of this historic deal. Furthermore, Obama was able to expand the United States allies to include India, Vietnam, and Cuba, something Team Proposition conveniently overlooks. These are all amazing things that the Obama administration has accomplished that affect a large portion of the international community. In contrast, Team Proposition's arguments only focus on one region, the Middle East. This narrow-minded approach is not something that we support, because foreign policy ought to include a variety of countries and policies, not simply those that have been cherry-picked by critics in an effort to unfairly discredit the Obama administration's foreign policy. Down the bench, Team Opposition has presented a holistic view of the ups and downs of Obama's presidency, and how the president has bounced back from his mistakes and benefited the country. Thus, because we believe that presidential perfection is preposterous, we strongly oppose today's motion, and we urge you all to do the same.